difference between a tree and a leaf. A tree is standing. A leaf falls. Touch somebody by the hand and say, a tree stands, but a leaf falls. Let's read, you got more leaves on the branches, because in the time of its season, leaves fall. There's things in your life, even though you might be a tree, there's things in your life falls off of you. You have your neighbor said, and there are times you wither. In times you get dry in your spirit. In times you have even fallen. But yet remain a tree. Come on. Like your neighbor said, even though you have suffered failure, even though you've suffered times in your life where you've been dry, times you wanted to quit and give up, I declare you have yet remained a tree. Still a tree. Beat up. Been through the storms, through the rains, through the heat, but still standing. You got to grab somebody by the hand and say, you know they gave up on you long time ago. They never said you'll make it this far. But tell your neighbor, but guess what? I'm still standing. In the midst of all the things that has gone on in my past, the times that I've suffered loss, the tears that I've shed, for people that I've loved the most that have turned on me and against me, instead of turning to me to bring relief, they added to the load. But in spite of all that, I'm still standing. You need to shake somebody's hand and say, I congratulate you, because you standing, baby. Everything that has gone wrong in your life, times you wanted to give up. I don't know about you, but there's been times where I just wanted to pack it up and say, what's the use? The times I've said to myself, it doesn't make sense to continue to go this direction. It doesn't make sense to keep loving folk that don't love you. It doesn't make sense to hold people that don't want to be held. It doesn't make sense. But in spite of it all, I'm still standing. I feel something right now. Tell your neighbor, in spite of it all, I'm still standing. You need to shake his hand real good and say, it hasn't been easy. There's times when the storms came, I had to bend like a tree. Times I feel like I was broken up, but in spite of all of it, I'm still standing. The lack of money, the lack of love, the lack of understanding, the lack of a helping hand, but in spite of all that, I'm still standing. When they talked against me and not for me, when they talked about me, and then I'm still standing. Now, when they lied on me, oh, help me somebody, I'm still standing. I'm not going nowhere. Here is the key, and I'm through. I don't have a meal today, just an appetizer. Grab your neighbor by the hand and said, all your failures were like leaves seasons where you didn't stand like you should have stood. Tell them you had seasons when you melted and fell apart. You had seasons. Here is the key. Though your leaves represents your failures, when leaves fall to the ground, they turn to fertilizer. If you don't rake them up, they become fertilizer. The very thing they call failure begins to feed my tree. It's not my successes that make me strong. It's my it's not my winning that holds me together, but it's when I look back from where he has brought me from. Tree planted. A leaf falls right there to the ground. It gets underneath the ground and the dirt. And in time it becomes fertilizer. And the same thing that failed gets into the root of the tree and becomes the fruits. Don't let your failures destroy you. Let your failures remind you, had it not been for the Lord on my side, where would I be? Something real good up here. Had it not been for my failure, I don't have nothing to feed me. Notice where the failures are. The leaves is in the roots, feeding the tree from the roots. Then the same thing, amen, they call failure, God will use it to strengthen me. Then after a while, that fertilizer becomes a part of the tree. I can testify when I fail. That's all right. I failed. That may not be. Have you never gonna say, look here, neighbor. Don't worry about how many failures that you suffered. It's just fertilizer. Fertilizer stink. It smells, but it brings life to it. Oh, help me somebody. What you've done might stink. It goes out through the roots. Feed the roots. Goes on into the trunk and out in the branches and become a leaf again. You can take your failures and build on them. You can take your failures and remind you the power of God. El Shaddai.